Okay, I found some Fast Fire. It's a block fire starter. I've never really tried this, so we're going to give this a rip. It says, warning, keep out of reach of children. Well, that stands to reason. Highly flammable? I would hope so. That's why I bought it. Contains kerosene. Okay. Do not light in your hand. That should go without saying. But there's a whole lot of people in the world that it's kind of sad that really need to hear that. Okay, it says fire starter directions. Place under charcoal or wood and light wrapper. Don't know about that. We're going to try it first with a Kerosene rod. So, we'll open the wrapper a bit. This stuff's kind of crumbly. I'm guessing in a real world Oshite situation, you would probably break up chunks of it and use it bits at a time if possible. That way it'd save your resources. But if you're camping or whatnot, throw the whole block in, because I think it was like 59 whole cents where I got it. So that's not a deal breaker. We'll see how this goes. Actually worked. So, now that that burns, we're going to kind of see how long that burns. That was kind of impressive. And yes, it is burning quite good. If you're on a camp out, whatever, smokes a bit. Kerosene. So that's tend to what I would expect. This would get your barbecue going. Charcoal briquettes. Natural wood fire, whatever you want. Even, well, yeah, it's kerosene. I can smell it now. The length of burn is good enough. It should even get damp wood going. Probably get some dry wood or wet wood going even, so long as it was prepared properly. Smells kind of like the old heat tabs, sort of, kinda, that the military used. Those were hexamine and later on trioxin. It's got a bit of that smell, not 100%, but that'll give you an idea of what it is. It should burn for some minutes. It's not really being consumed real fast right at the moment, which is good. If you're going to carry these in your shit bag, I would probably recommend putting them in a hard plastic case, because you can see it was starting to crumble up, and we all know things get beat about, trash, beat up. You'll want this protected, otherwise it'll end up being dried out in the bottom of your bag when you need it, and then you'll be doing things harder than what you need to. So I would put them like in one of those cheap Walmart phone case boxes, because you could stack up several of them in there. And it would also, in case the plastic got ruptured, it would help keep it from the kerosene from evaporating out and drying up. It does smoke quite a little bit, but it's got a good burn on it. You can feel the heat off of it very readily a foot away. If it didn't smoke so much, it'd almost work in one of those fuel tab stoves that they use. That is actually kind of impressive. And if you broke this up into bits, you don't need the whole thing most of the time to get something going. If you're having a difficult fire day, a bit of a corner of this, you could easily get 10 fires out of this at 6 cents a pop, at the price that I paid for it at 60 cents. and I'm sure that they can be found cheaper. I just ran across it in one of the little grocery stores around here. They actually had it in the charcoal briquette section. Well, walking by it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let's try that. And they had another block fire starter that I've got that'll be coming up. And it looks more like the paraffin sawdust sort of thing, bigger. But I just wanted to try it. It's an off-brand. So we'll see how it goes. That is burning a long time. We're getting down to I'm not sure what the base of it is, but yeah, it's kerosene. You can smell the kerosene. I'm surprised it's only 60 cents considering the price of kerosene. My God, that stuff is expensive for no more than what it is. I think last gallon I saw at Walmart was 35 bucks a gallon. Don't see how you really justify that, but I can see why a lot of the little camp stoves are getting converted to propane. Prices like that, that's ridiculous. But if you're looking for an easy to ignite fire starter that burns quite a long time, this Fast Fire Cube is kind of a cool little thing. I'm impressed. I might stash a few of these in a hard case just because. Yeah, I can light fires lots of ways. And I know how to do things a lot of ways. My favorite fire starting method still is a Bic lighter. Don't really care. It works, it's fast, it's easy, it works under most conditions. Under the conditions of where it don't work is why I know the others. Or Murphy trapping you out somewhere without it, which everybody thinks it don't happen. You know, back in my younger days, I just swore up and down that that would never happen. As I've gotten older, Murphy's kicked my butt enough that I've decided that the more you know, the less you carry in most cases, and the more you can get away with in a bad spot when Murphy decides to hose you. This would sit up the bottom of a cup if you tried to use it for a heat tab, though. Really bad. Not for sure how long this is burned. I'll have it in the video. That would get a stubborn fire going without any problem. If it's worth the 60 cents, that's up to you to decide. 50 cents, whatever they want for it. To me, it's not a bad little bit of kit. I'm almost thinking a little short piece of PVC pipe with end caps. It's half-inch around, crumble some of that up and pop it in there because that'll seal it, and then you can take an end cap off and dole out what you want. You know, a little short bit, 2 or 3 inches long. I'm not sure what the kerosene would do to it. That'd have to be checked, but it's a possibility. Kerosene may not mess with it, and if that's the case, that would work pretty good. Then you could use pieces of it as you needed it instead of the whole thing. Like I said, when you're going to the park lighting a fire where you know you can go back to town, it's no big deal. Where you really got to watch your resources is when you can't get in to get things replaced, and stuff like this. A 60-cent item goes from 60 cents to priceless, especially when you can't replace it. So you learn little conservation tricks and things along that line. don't use it if you don't have to, you know, things like that. But it's almost done. There it is, virtually burned out, smoking a little bit. That burned for quite a long time. Not a bad bit of kit for 60 cents. Smash the subscribe button, such as you would, you'll feel some foe.